A Johnston grad took his talents to the NFL, and now he's going to be bringing those skills back home to his alma mater. Reid Sinnett is coming back to Johnston to bring what he learned in the NFL to young students right here in the Metro. So to tell us more about the camp and what he's been up to, I'm joined by Reid Sinnett. He's joining us live by Zoom from California. It's great to see you this afternoon. Thanks for joining us, Reid.
Thanks, Sinead, for having me.
Yeah, so tell us, bring us up to speed. How's life in California? What have you been up to?
I just finished up with that UFL season and training to get ready for this upcoming NFL season, and we'll kind of see what happens. I'm a free agent right now, but I'm really excited to come back to Johnston and put on this camp here July 13th.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about this camp. I assume that's camps, things that you went to when you were growing up, and now you're trying to share what you've learned with other football players.
Yeah, of course. I think that there's a lot of camps nowadays that are featured around showcases and, not as much skill development. So along with some of my teammates in the NFL, some NFL players from the metro area, we're going to try to help these kids understand more about playing the position that they play, teach them some skills, and help them grow beyond just what they're doing on the football field. And so I'm really excited about this full-day camp.
Okay, well, I know people will be excited as well to learn from the pros, no doubt. What sort of things, other than, like you were mentioning just a little bit about the ABCs of football, but the things that you're hoping that they take away with as well?
I mean, I think that there's so much to be said about your role off the field and how impactful that can be for your team, understanding how you can be helpful behind the scenes, even if it's not the role that you want to be in. I think I learned a lot about that throughout my career, being around Tom Brady and Ryan Fitzpatrick. There were still ways that I could contribute when I wasn't on the field. And so having kids understand that even if they're not where they want to be and playing on the field, there's still room for them to grow and ultimately achieve their goals. I only started 1 year while I was at Johnston, and I only started 1 year while I was in college. And so there's a lot of things that you can learn about yourself when you're a backup or not necessarily in the role that you're in or the role that you want to be in. And so hopefully we can teach these kids a little bit about what it means to be a better football player on the field and, most importantly, be a better person off the field.
That's definitely good life lessons that can be taught through football, no less. What's it like coming home to Iowa, coming back to Johnston?
I mean, this is the first camp that I've done like this, and I'm really, really excited to do it at Johnston. We're trying to incorporate as many kids around Central Iowa as we possibly can. It's not exclusively for Johnston kids, but it's awesome to be able to come back to somewhere that I'm comfortable with, that I have great relationships with people in the community. And I think, it would be awesome to raise the level of football that gets played in the Central Iowa community. And I think it will give kids more opportunities to spread their wings and play football at a higher level if that's ultimately what they want to do. And by bringing in other NFL players, I think we're going to be able to teach kids at a higher level and, supplement already what some of the great coaches around the Metro do.
So we've been putting up the information. There is still time to sign up, which is really important.
Yeah, it's the sign up closes next Friday, July 5th. If the easiest way to find it is to search Reid Sinnett Football Camp on Google, it'll pop up. It's through a Johnston registration website. It's also available on my social media stuff, and I'm just at Reid Sinnett on Instagram and Twitter. So we'd love to have as many kids as we can. There's limited space, so trying to fill those spots and hopefully they don't fill up too quick.
Okay, well, we'll let people know that information, but then also there's, I guess, a bonus because you're teaching life skills, but there's also good to be done if you come to the camp. Can you explain a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's so much to learn and things that you can take away with you afterwards. We've had some great partnerships with some people, so hopefully Zola is coming in to do some more combine testing, and when you guys are after the camp, they'll have some more resources to make sure that they can keep improving. And so I hope it's not just something that, kids come and they walk away from and they're like, okay, maybe I had fun that day, but I think it'll be something that they can keep growing on when they leave the camp. And, this is something that I'd love to do annually in this area. And I hope it can be something that the community can grow around.
Okay, learn from Reid Sinnett and learn what it takes to play with the likes of Tom Brady, right?
Yeah, and I think that we're going to have NFL players in multiple positions. So whether you're a wide receiver or a lineman or a defensive player, there's going to be guys there to help support you too.
All right. Well, we'll look forward to covering that when you come back home to Johnston. Reed, thanks for your time out in California today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
All right. And stick around. An Indian Hills grad will soon pack for Paris. What Kenny Bednarek has to say about making Team USA for an event that's not even his specialty.